Hello, you guys. How you doing? Well, I thought I'd come out here and show you the beautiful bright blue sky and just all the greenery that's happening here. I'm so happy. We wait so long for the winter to end. So I just thought, well, I'll bring you guys outside for a little while and talk about summer wells, about Sebastian Rogers. There's really not much, you guys. Nothing really to even talk about or even show you on videos about summer wells or really about Sebastian Rogers until we get more info. I wanted to show you a couple things. There's my little lilac tree. It's growing. This is the second year, so. And I have a lot of different flowers in there. Irises, lavender, poppies, raspberry bushes, my peach tree. Well, that's my plum tree right there. Then I have peach trees, and I have another plum tree right here. I just put some flowers out today, and I bought this garden box, you guys, at Aldi's, and it was $39, but I thought that was a good deal because my dog, it seems like my garden takes over my herbs and stuff, and my dog, I can't really put anything down on the ground because Charlie tears it up, so I thought this was cute, but it was the color that is in the inside, but I stained it. And I'm going to put my herbs in there and stuff. So I bought a little hydrangea bush over here. I hope it grows good. I got a few of them. I also have this rose bush over here. My husband made this arbor, and I think it's really awesome. I love it. It's funny, you guys. The birds will go in this bird cage and eat seeds, as you can see. They like it. It just stays open all the time, and they like it. I'm getting my boxes ready for my vegetables, and I just thought it'd be nice to come out and sit and talk. I don't know what it is, you guys. Oh, I wanted to tell you, there's a mom and her babies living in that little birdhouse right there. And they're in that little, I don't know if you can see it, that little brown one right there. And I don't know if she's going to like me being that close. I don't know. But, let's come over here for a minute. I just have a feeling, and I'm not trying to be a downer. Look how long my grass is and the dandelions. Let's see if I can sit on this without a break in. Anyways, I don't know if that's him. And like I said, even if it is him, he's not at that place anymore. And it could be that they don't want to show Seth anything or anybody else because maybe it is a hoax. And maybe they are investigating the people who played a game. We don't know. We don't know anything. But I do find it interesting. I was listening. Look at my grapes. Sorry to get distracted. But I just noticed they have buds on them, so I'm excited. I did notice what really bugs me is that Chris Proudfoot said that when Nancy Grace asked him, what time, how long does it take you to get home or whatever, and he said 3 hours and 34 minutes, doorstep to doorstep, okay? To me, that feels like you timed it. Maybe he did time it in the past, but it's really weird that you would say that you want to be that accurate on your time. Like, just in case somebody suspects you, just in case somebody thinks you're suspicious. Let's just say that, I timed it exactly. And he did. And it's weird that he had to mention that. Just to say that, right? Sebastian's missing, and I don't think that's important. But anyways, oh my God, the mosquitoes are coming out. Already. Anyways, there's something with that, because then Katie and Chris said that they were on the phone for 3 hours. So it's 3 hours to the campsite, okay? And it's 3 hours on the phone. And Chris Watts, Nicole Kessinger, she said that they were on the phone. Her and Chris Watts were on the phone for like 2 hours, okay? Don and Candace said that they were on the phone all the way. He said Don couldn't believe it. He was so surprised that they could, stay on the phone that long. And nobody stays on the phone that long. And, what's really dumb is these cops, they can figure out that if you never had them kind of phone conversations before, Katie and Chris, if you never had them 3-hour long conversations, or even recently, the cops can see that on your phone records, and they're going to think something's weird and suspicious. Just like Chad and Lori and Daybells and Alex in the Lori Vallow case with her kids, Ryan and Tylee and Tammy Daybell and Charles. Anyways, the point is that they knew what time their phone was pinging, and they even got a clue to go look in the backyard, because Chad had said, I shot a raccoon this afternoon, and he's buried in the pet cemetery or whatever. Really, that was like a really weird, suspicious clue to them, and I'm glad that they were smart and they thought about that. And so they went and checked, and sure enough, Tylee and JJ were buried, in the pet cemetery. And part of the remains were in the burn pit. It's very sad what happened to them kids. But, people can really, especially suspects or criminals, they can really make up stories, And I really, truly believe that Candace and Don gave us a narrative from the beginning. From the very onset. It still cracks me up. Remember Allie? She goes, and then we plant the flowers. I died laughing when she said that, because that's how I feel when Candace says, and then we planted flowers, me, her, and my mom. Doesn't say Summer, not me, Summer, and my mom, but me, her, and my mom planted flowers. Like Allie says it. Bless her soul, rest in peace, Allie. I know a lot of people had bad thoughts, or they thought maybe she was a liar, she was part of this, and I don't believe that at all. I thought Allie was pretty alright, I don't get involved or too personal feelings about anybody, because these are strangers. I do not know them, okay? But from what I could see of her on different interviews, I liked her. I thought she was funny. But, and I'm sad that she's gone. And there's a lot of people that died in the Summer Wells case. It's so weird, right? But anyways, I believe that that people that do things, from what I've seen, from experience, from watching enough and listening to enough true crime documentaries, not YouTubers. I'm talking about true crime, and people discussing that, and watching the actual trials and looking up information. The thing is that almost every case, it's been the parents who did something to their children. And I know not every parent is guilty, okay? So I'm not accusing anybody of doing anything, but I do believe that a narrative has been set and that people script their stories, and part of them are truth and part of them are untruth. Like the 3-hour phone call and the 3 hour and 34 minutes to get to the house from Memphis or wherever he was. Yeah, Memphis, I believe. So there's something in that. There's something they're trying to hide. I don't know if you guys watch Truth to Lies with Steve Johnson, and he is a professional. I mean, he is a retired profiler, analysis guy. And he knows and he can tell when people are telling a lie or the truth. And I like watching him because he doesn't just he talks about other examples of other people and other cases that we don't even know about. And he discusses, how scripted and how they try to steer the narrative, how they try to steer the case in a certain direction. And, like I said on my community post, like Summer Wells, you wouldn't believe, if you don't know about Summer Wells' case, so many people called in and said they seen her and they reported her. I even seen something that I turned into TBI because it looked exactly like her, and they did follow up on that. I hope you know that. And she just looks so much like Summer. Also, we had lunatics calling in saying, oh yeah, there was a ritual and all this bull crap about a cult, and then people saying she was in the Klan and the KKK. Then she was saying the cornbread mafia, and other people were saying this, not Candace, but I'm just saying that, we had people that called in and put stuff on YouTube that said, oh, hey, she's safe with some other people. We know it. We have information, blah, blah, blah. Nobody had any information, really. It was a guise. It was a ruse. It was a distraction. It was to get you to look over here and not over there. And that's how I feel about Sebastian's, when they said he walked out the front door. Well, they don't want you to look at the garage door. They don't want you to look at the back door. They only want you to look there. And they're pretty certain that Sebastian walked out that door. Okay? I'm not. I don't think he did, unless he was running for his life. So that's just my opinion, and my opinion only. You can hate me if you want to, but I'm going to express my opinion on my channel. And I stand up for children and victims that have been abused. That's what I do over at this channel. I stand up for the victims. If people don't like that and they think I'm taking sides, I'm not taking anybody's sides. I'm taking Sebastian's side. And I'm taking Summer's side. Okay? Because that's what's important. I heard Don today. I was just skimming through some videos looking for something, and I heard Don from a couple years ago, and he was on Voices Behind the Wall, and he goes, yeah, that was my daughter. I paraded her around. She only loved me, ha ha, and she loves me. It's so strange for a father to talk like that when you have a missing child. I'm sorry. I would have been freaking out and saying, my God, my child's missing. I don't know where she is. Somebody please help me, dear God. No, we got to talk like this. She loved me. She loved me. Well, good. I'm glad she did. I bet you she loved everyone because she was a sweet, innocent little girl. But I find that kind of talk really on the sexual side and weird. It gives me bad feelings. Maybe it doesn't to you, but when you've seen stuff enough and long enough, you kind of say, oh, this looks familiar to me. This looks really familiar. You guys, I love my birds so much. I'm not kidding you. I love listening to the doves. I love it when they coo. I love listening to the finches when they beep, beep, beep. And look at my dang dog. What am I going to do? You know what I'm worried about? What are you doing in my garden? What are you doing in my raised bed? Charlie? Like, I'm worried about putting my plants in here because look at what the heck he does. He digs up my yard. He lays in my flower boxes. Charlie, are you supposed to be in there? Hey, look at me. Look at this camera. Charlie? Well, you little brat. I don't know what I'm going to do, you guys. I mean, this little stinker nut job. Charlie, you're not supposed to be in there. Yeah, you better run. But he's a brat. I'm not kidding you guys. He really is a brat. But he knows he's not supposed to be doing that stuff, but he does it anyways. I bought one plant the other day, like a little bush, and it was cheap. It was like $6, but still. I put it over here. I had it setting up on that bench, and he grabbed that thing and took off running and ripped it to shreds and wanted me to chase him, and I was so mad. I'm not kidding you. But, yeah, he's a little brat. But, I don't know, I just find it strange that, these phone calls, these, different people who say they're on the phone for a long time, it's really strange. I don't know anybody really that sits on the phone for like 3 hours. Maybe when I first met my husband, right? And, our love was new when I first met him. And we were excited to talk to each other and missed each other a lot. But it's just really strange that they're on the phone for 3 hours. Okay, Chris and Katie. And Don and Candace, like you would not be sitting on the phone together. Don would have said, Candace, you get looking, you get searching. And I don't know about these people. I find it very strange because if my child went missing, okay, first thing I would be doing is checking the house. Then I would be going looking around the yard in my vehicles. Then I would be going through the neighborhood and looking around. And then I would call 911. I would not call my husband and say, hey, I don't know what to do. She's a grown woman. Candace is a grown woman. There's an excuse in there. And this is not normal. And this is not okay. And there's something hidden in they didn't want to call. And she was on mute. Katie was on mute. It was a 3-way call, supposedly. Well, there's something in that. I'm sorry, there is. And there's something in the thump. And, I was listening to the interview room, and he was with the one Steve guy, and he was saying, Candace really leaves Summer out of so much of the conversation. She talks about Hunter a lot. If you go listen to her again, when she's by the pond, by the, place where they swam, Warriors or whatever, she doesn't even hardly mention Summer in that. She talks about Hunter. She talks about her mom. Just different things. And it's just really strange because, I would be crying my eyes out, you guys. I could not handle it, especially I don't think I could go back to the place. I don't know if I could go back to the place unless I was going there looking for Summer. I could not go back to the place where I was, it seemed that was your last day with her. I don't know how Chris and Katie go on with their life like it doesn't really matter, like it's no big deal, and we don't really, we're busy people. We're searching by sticking flyers in different towns. Well, that's not really searching. And, you know, it just drives me crazy because that's not normal. That is not normal to not be worried, to not be upset, to not be wanting to go on every media news channel to say, hey, you guys, I'm desperate. I need your help. My child's missing. I want the world to know. And I do want to say something about my community post because there's people like, I'm going to say their names out, like Chasing, Granny's Watching, Chasing Truth, Tracy, Granny's Watching, different channels that will shame people and talk trash about, that it's terrible, that these kids are gonna watch these videos someday and hear how YouTubers talk, and they're gonna be, you know what, give me a break. Summer's been missing for 3 years. She's not gonna be watching no videos, okay? I don't think she's coming back whole. I don't. I'm sorry, but that is just the truth of the matter. Summer has been gone 3 years, no sign of life. No sign. Sebastian, this is really starting to get kind of long here because it's already been since February. We're in May. And he's not found. And there's no real sighting or clue. And I just don't believe that. It could be a picture of Sebastian from another time. Somebody could have tricked everybody. And because I have a thing on my community post, if you go look, a professional actually showed how you can change the date, the year, the time on your iPhone when you do pictures like this. So, I don't know. But, like I've said too, I would love it for it to be Sebastian more than anything. I pray for him. I pray that God will help him and find him and give people wisdom, the searchers wisdom and understanding, and the police to know where to look for Sebastian. I pray for strength for Seth, that he can get through this. I pray that justice will come and things will be revealed, because Sebastian went missing under Katie Proudfoot's care. Whether Chris was there or he wasn't there, I believe he was there. I don't know how he did this, but I believe he was home. I do believe Jay is for Justice video of the ruckus. If you've gone and looked at it, I truly believe that's what happened to Sebastian, that they wailed on him, that they hurt him. And, it makes me very sad. I don't want it to be that, but I truly believe that's what happened, and they took him out of there. And I'm concerned about the mattress. Don and Candace, it wasn't long when Summer went missing and they threw out a mattress. And I believe it was Summer's, because they were hoping they were going to get that boys back. So I believe that was the mattress Summer was sleeping on, and it looked really bad. And I don't know why TBI never took it in or tested it or anything. That's pretty pathetic. I think TBI is all right, but they fail on many parts to me. Because sometimes they need to rope off a house or make them leave for a couple days so they can really look and they can get evidence or make sure that nothing happened to somebody in that house, you know? Like Summers, like Sebastian's. You know, it should just be automatic that they just do a thorough, deep investigation first into the parents to make sure that they did not, and send others to go look and see if, you know, he's been abducted. But there's no sign of abduction, just like there's no sign of abduction in Summer Wells' case. Nothing. The police don't believe it. They never did. And I think we're going to hear something. I think we're going to hear something regarding Sebastian pretty soon. I don't know what it will be, but I do think we're going to hear something. And I think, this is just my personal opinion, I think the TBI has got some information and the police have information and they're not going to tell you about it. And I think they did interview all those neighbors. I think the neighbors talked to them, that they discussed this, and look at this, and they discussed this, and I don't know. I think they know. I think they heard the neighbors. They took the interviews. I think they're looking into this, and I just have a feeling that somebody's going to probably be arrested pretty soon, and I hope so. You know, things can't go on forever. You know, though I did think that Susan Morphew would never be found, even though I was praying. I didn't have very good faith, I guess, but she was found. And, you know, so long afterwards, you know, years. And now, Summer's been gone so long, and I don't want Sebastian's case to go cold. I really don't, you guys. I'd like to see more searchers. I'd like to see groups of searchers, you know, from state to state get together and, you know, make sure, like, every state is covered to find missing kids. That's been my idea for a long time. I believe that if we could get a bunch of ladies or moms together and create a network of people who you can contact in each state, you know, in case there's like an emergency, like someone's missing in that area, then you would know who you could call to go search or investigate or whatever. And that's just, you know, I wouldn't want to be in charge of anything like that but I think somebody could do this. People that are smart. I'm smart, but I'm getting older. But I think people could do this. And, you know, there's a lot of really talented, intelligent people on YouTube. I mean, I was listening to T-Rev, and I did not even know that he sang and did rap, and it was beautiful. And I'm not normally a rap person, but I did not know T-Rev had so much, you know, talent and skill and such a good voice. And he's really a sweet channel. So, yeah, you should go subscribe to T-Rev. He's really nice. But anyways, you guys, I don't know. I just think it's strange, the time, the phone. I think they're connected. I think the 3-hour phone call is connected to the 3-hour trip back. 3 hours and 34 minutes. You guys aren't going to believe this. I'm going to show you something. As soon as this truck goes by. Okay. You see how tall this sucker is? Okay. This is supposed to be a dwarf. This was supposed to be a short tree with pussy willows on it. And look at it. It's humongous. It's reaching the sky. But I did these trees here on purpose. I planted them so it would kind of like block us in so we didn't have to really see the road that much, you know. Because it really is a good barrier, like, you know, makes a natural wall for you so you don't have to look at, you know, just plain old views, you know. And, you know, sometimes people go by here on their golf carts and they're nosy. They'll stare right at you and do weird things. Look at them again, sitting in my planter. You know, it's nice and cool in there, you know, with that dirt, but I don't know. I think that's just going to be potatoes in there. Hopefully he doesn't go in the other one like that. Dear Lord. But I'm going to have to get off of here. But my honey's home, so it's time for me to get off. He went and got his supplies for the yard. But you guys, think about that time thing in the phone call for me and leave your comments. And, you know, I just think so much is too strange in all these cases, you know. I think something happened bad to Sebastian and Summer. So, anyways, you guys, I hope you have a good day. God bless you. I love you. And I miss you. And I'll be talking to you. I'm going to try to go live pretty soon, okay? All right. Bye.